Is there anything in this world that wasn't first imagined? Name one thing or point out one thing in this world for me that is now considered to be real that wasn't first only imagined. What is now proved was once only imagined. Therefore, this is a true statement. All things were made by him, and he is your own wonderful human imagination. All objective reality is solely produced through imagining. The clothes you wear, the chairs in which you are seated, this in which we are now placed, everything was once only imagined. Now tonight, find out exactly what you, not what they think you ought to want, what you want. Ask no one's permission. You don't need any man's permission. You don't need your own decision. What do I want? Now, what would it be like if it were true? What would I feel like were it true? Now, catch the mood and try to give that mood all the sensory vividness of reality, all the tones of reality, and then sleep in it, just as though it were true. And then await the inevitable. The inevitable is you're going to resurrect it and objectify it on the screen of space. And then the world will call it real. And they may not believe you. It doesn't really matter. If you tell them it came to pass because you simply imagined it. Now, they'll point to the series of events that led up to it. And they will give credit to the bridge of incident across which you walked towards the fulfillment of that state. And they'll point out some physical thing that was the cause. No, the cause is invisible. Who knows what you're imagining? No one knows. But you can sit down and imagine, and no one can stop you from doing it. But can you give reality to the imagined state? If you do, yes, a bridge of incident will appear in your world. And you'll walk across some series of events leading up to the fulfillment of the imaginal state. But don't give causation to any physical step that you took towards the fulfillment of it.
So what's being said here is for you to think about anything in this world that exists now. You might be in your room right now, you might be at the bus stop, you might be at the airport, you might be in an elevator listening to this. Look around, even with the very thing you watching this video with or listening to it. Name one thing around you that your eyes can look for that was not first imagined. So anything you can look around and think of first had to be imagined before it could be brought into the 3D. So the lecture you just heard is one of Neville Goddard lecture where he was talking about how powerful our imagination is and how most of the time most people are not aware of how powerful they are. They're not aware of how they are manifesting 24/7. They don't even recognize the things they have manifested because they were out of the awareness, basically. So we are manifesting 24/7. Whatever we have in our mind, whatever mental conversation we entertain every day, whatever memory we keep bringing back and reliving that memory, we are bringing that thing basically back into the present moment, and it's going to externalize into the physical world, and we are going to experience similar situations that are going to make us feel that way again. And then when that happens, we wonder, oh my God, I don't understand. Why is this happening to me? Well, what were you doing in the shower 30 minutes ago? What were you thinking about in the shower? When you were remembering that memory that really hurt you in the shower, when you were remembering the argument you had with your neighbor or your colleague or your best friend 2 days ago, and you were like, oh, you know what? Next time I see them, I'm going to say this. Oh, I should have said this. And then when things happen in the physical world, you wonder, you're like, oh, I knew it. I don't understand why this person is like this. No. The real thing should be, the real reaction you should have, I don't understand why I made this like this, because you are the operant power, you are the creator, so it's never, I don't understand why this person is like this. The person is not being in any way. The person is basically walking, talking, and reading the script you handed them through your imagination by thinking about them in a certain way. So you are the director of this movie. You wrote a script for a person. You wrote a script for a colleague. You wrote a script for however a situation or circumstance is. And when people are reading the exact script you've been writing and, rehearsing in your imagination, how can you be surprised? Why are you surprised of your own mental conversation and mental rehearsal and mental imagination? Why are you surprised of those things appearing in the physical world? You can't be surprised because it's all you. You are the creator. You are the operant power. Nobody else create anything. Nobody else can create anything in your reality because you are the only operant power in your reality. So I would encourage you to make sure you are always aware of what you entertain mentally, the conversation you're having, and the things you choose to imagine throughout the day. When you're thinking you're just daydreaming or remembering something, you are not just daydreaming and you are not just remembering. You are manifesting. We are manifesting 24/7 non-stop. 24/7 non-stop. So just see imagination as a restaurant. Imagination is like a restaurant. So there is this restaurant called imagination. And guess what's on the menu? What's on the menu on that restaurant is your thoughts, good or bad, because your subconscious mind doesn't know if something is hurting you or not. It doesn't know if something is bad for you or not. It doesn't know if something is good or not for your mental health, for you. Your subconscious mind takes order from you, not the other way around. So in this restaurant called imagination, what's on the menu is your thoughts, whatever you imagine, thinking you're just daydreaming, whatever mental conversation you're having with yourself, or when you imply that you're having a mental conversation with other people, colleagues, neighbor, family members, and you just think, oh no, I'm just thinking this. Our thoughts are not private, guys. People can pick up on your thoughts, and whatever you entertain in your mental conversation with another person, they can pick up on that. They might not pick up on the exact wording the script you're giving to them, but they will pick up on the energy. So much so that the next time you guys meet, they will have no choice but to prove you right. Because people, circumstances, everything in the physical world must prove you right. Everything in the physical world will always prove you right based off whatever you have entertained in your imagination. So tell me, or ask yourself, what have you ordered today from your own restaurant called imagination? And best believe that restaurant where you are the owner and at the same time the best customer of that restaurant, at the same time the chef of that restaurant, best believe the chef always delivers the best orders from you, by you, and to you. So ask yourself, what have you ordered today from your own imagination?